Hello and welcome to D&D with High School Students presents the Medusas. We are back live from the quarantine. Welcome to all of you people who are watching us live, and if you're watching this later, welcome to you too. So across the board, quick introductions. Everybody say your names and your character's name loud and proud.
I'm Jennie and I play Capella.
Am I next? I'm Jordan and I'm playing Areia.
I'll go. Hi, I'm Virginia and I'm playing Magnus.
I'm DJ and I'm playing as Bullstrong, the barbarian.
And I'm Andria and I'm playing Amity.
One more time, louder, Andria.
Louder.
I'm Andria and I'm playing Amity.
There you go. Now the audience won't hate you. Okay, so everybody, we had a very interesting episode. Last week was our first live stream from the quarantine, and a lot of things happened, but probably the biggest thing is where we're going to pick right up from. So you guys had made camp after a lot of travel. You were not far at all from Mashirin Mabad, and you had decided to make camp. Everybody took their rests. The first watch went well. The second watch, I think, went well. And then, Magnus, you were awoken from your sleep to a sound, a horrific, nightmarish sound. And when you opened your eyes from your sleeping position, from the glow of the embers of the fire and your own dark vision, you saw Sinjin, and she had blood coming out of her mouth and a sword point coming out of her chest, and a hand reached from behind her to cover her mouth to stifle her. And this hand had a red star tattoo. And that is literally where we're going to pick up off of. So you were the only person who successfully got a higher passive perception check versus the stealth check of the assassin. So you were the only person who's awake. Your eyes are open. You haven't moved. You must now tell me what you do in this one round.
I scream and stab the person that stabbed Sinjin.
Okay. So first is the scream. That's your free action. And that is going to be loud enough to wake up everyone else. But they won't act until next round.
Okay.
The mechanics and timing on this are very important. So you scream, you reach across to grab your blade, and you lunge up. You're using your movement to get to just not even 10 feet away. And you're going to stab out at the person who is behind Sinjin.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make that roll. And then after that, we're going to roll initiative.
Okay. Well, that sucked. Well, wow, I can do math. 14.
You move up, and you can now see that this humanoid person who is dressed entirely in black, and for visual purposes, I want you to imagine a ninja, okay? Like black face mask where only the eyes are appearing. Black leather armor, black cloak and hood, with their right hand is literally holding the blade that's sticking out the front of Sinjin, and their left hand is covering her mouth. You lunge up and you go to swing from the side, but unfortunately, this person deftly moves, and almost like they're using Sinjin as a body bag to take cover. So you swipe down and narrowly miss them. And now, everybody, I need initiative. So I will call off initiative as we typically do, from highest to lowest. When you're tied in from 3 different chords and there's no pencil. Sweet Master Carafa, can you bring Bill a pencil? A writing utensil pencil? I need a pencil. Only I had the force. Where's it? I don't know. under those papers. See the papers on the bottom shelf? Yeah, there you go. Just give me something. Splendid. Wonderful. You're the man. Okay, did everybody roll initiative? Time for initiative. So anybody get a higher than a 20?
22.
22? Who had 22? Bullstrong?
Bullstrong.
Wow. All right. 19.
19.
2 19s.
Whoa.
Wow.
Let's go.
We did good this time, y'all.
19,
We're ready. We're on
18,
it.
17, 16, 15, 14,
14. Capella.
Amity.
What'd you get?
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
5.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Bullstrong, you were in this beautiful dream where you were back home in the mountains. You were hunting an elk, and you had just nailed it with a spear, and you were following its blood trail, and you were so happy to think about how that meat was going to feed your family for like 2 weeks, and you were going to use that skin to make a nice new like blanket. And suddenly you hear a scream. The elk screams in a high-pitched voice. And then you wake from this dream and you realize the elk wasn't screaming. It was Magnus. And you look up, and across the remnants of your campfire, you see Magnus swiping out with his blade at someone covered in black who is clearly in the process of murdering the new Sinjin. And you see that the new Sinjin has a blade jutting out from her rib cage and blood, and you see a hand covering her mouth, and this is what you see.
Upon awakening, I'm gonna scream, "Quiet, elk!" And then I'm gonna
Good.
reach for my axe upon seeing some blood and charge towards the assassin.
You do. You grab your axe, you jump up, and you lunge out. Go ahead and attack.
22.
That is a hit.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage.
12 is this.
Six damage.
Six damage. For those at home who are wondering what it's like behind Bill's screen, let me show you. First, here's Bill's screen. Second, here's the initiative order. It's on paper. Okay. 6 damage is a sufficient start. You slice your axe across the assassin, who, by the way, moves so fast that you almost missed. The assassin is deftly using Sinjin as his personal meat shield. So between you now and Magnus, next round, you will have him flanked. Next round. All right, Virginia, you are up. You actually have him flanked now because Bullstrong's up there. So you get to attack him with advantage from this position.
Awesome. Is Sinjin still alive?
Seems to be, yes. Guttural pain is emanating from her muffled like mouth. She is bleeding. You could tell that she is probably mortally wounded, and without any kind of divine healing would probably die very soon.
Okay. I would help her if I could, but that's kind of not my gig. So
Yes. So you do have Bullstrong on the opposite side of this killer, and you have advantage for the attack.
Awesome. Then I'm gonna try and stab this boy. That's not bad. All right, so that's 23.
That's a hit. Roll damage, and don't forget to include your sneak attack damage because you have advantage and you're flanking.
All right, so that's 6, 9, 11, 17 damage.
Nicely done. Okay, you firmly stab this assassin who grunts in pain. It's kind of like a Jordan,
Yes.
you're still in your bedroll, but you also were awakened by a deafening scream of terror. And as you open your eyes and orient yourself across from your sleeping position, you see the similar depiction, with the exception now that there is now this quadrant of people where the assassin is still kind of got his blade stuck through St. John. But on one side is Bullstrong, and on the other side is Magnus attacking this assailant.
Okay. So, seeing that it's probably more urgent that we take care of the person first, I'm gonna cast Hold Person. So they need to make a Wisdom save versus DC 14.
Well played.
Please.
They made their save
Oh, mother.
with a 19 plus something. The hold person does not seem to hold this assailant.
God damn it. Okay.
Any
Then-
movement or bonus actions?
Let's see. Do I have a bonus action I could do? Let's look. Mm,
Do you want to summon the Hammer of Pain?
Yeah, you know what? I'll summon the hammer. And then I'm gonna move towards St. John.
Okay, you do. You close the distance.
Yes.
All right, it is now the time for the assassin. The assassin does one of these moves. It's a disengage. So he kind of pulls his blade out of St. John, and you see St. John like,
How
like-
far, just interjecting here, how far is them from me? If I ran up using my movement, are they within 5 feet of me?
10. But you're basically, so
Okay.
what's happening is as you're running, you're kind of skirting the fire.
Okay.
And you're getting up there. So as he's disengaging, he's kind of like, pulling, like pushing off of her, pulling his blade back. She falls towards you,
Okay.
like pale, bleeding out from the front and her mouth.
Okay.
You kind of like catch her as a reaction. He disengages from Bullstrong and Magnus, circles around, and then swipes down on Bullstrong. AC 16, is that a hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he within 5 feet of me now? I'm just like, am I still
Yes.
10 feet? Okay.
You will take 5 damage, Bullstrong.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use
Make a
oh,
con save, Bullstrong.
uh,
This should be easy for a barbarian.
Nat 20.
22.
Okay, you're okay.
okay.
All right, Jordan, was there an automatic action that you needed to conduct?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my sentinel feat, and if a creature in range attacks somebody that's not me, I can attack them as a reaction.
Go ahead.
25.
That's a hit.
Okay, good.
What are you attacking him with?
My warhammer.
I'm
That
going to have you roll a d6.
Okay.
If you roll a 1, it means that you didn't get out of your bedroll and grab your warhammer.
Okay. You know what? That's fair. Nope, that's a 1, man. I didn't grab
Okay.
it.
I will still let you hit,
Okay.
but it's going to be an unarmed strike. So
Okay.
you punch out or kick, doesn't really matter.
Okay.
What's your strength bonus modifier?
+3.
Okay, so you boom, you hit for 4 damage.
Okay.
Clock him. Okay, Jennie, it's your turn. In similar fashion, you wake up around the same time, but all this stuff is almost like that slow motion realization as you're like waking up, going from the dream into reality. And
Oh,
it's like happening so fast that it's almost like a blur.
so I was comfortably cuddling my little hedgehog, and I set him down, and I want to grab just my long sword and leap up and approach the ninja man, woman, it,
Yeah, you don't know yet.
and attack with my longsword.
Okay. Make your move.
21.
That's a hit.
9. 9 damage.
Okay. Solid. Andria, you were having a dream, and for the first time, it wasn't a weird, surreal acid trip dream. It was just like a normal dream. And then you awake to a scream. You see this vista of blood. And you see your friends like fighting someone. Just, through this mob of people, you see your friends fighting someone off who's covered in black. And you notice Areia holding Sinjin, who's just gushing blood out of her chest and back and her mouth. And you see this happening.
Since I can determine
Louder.
Areia, since I can
Louder.
determine Areia, since I can determine Areia is obviously protecting or like trying to heal Sinjin, I want to be the offensive, so like stand in front of Areia and them and like shoot my Eldritch Blast to the enemy if I can.
Good. Move. Do it.
Okay. I have 2, so 18 with 8 damage.
That's good.
And 15 with
15's a miss.
okay.
Okay. Top of the order. Bullstrong. You don't have flanking because he disengaged, but you can attack him.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to hit with the great axe.
Okay.
That is a 20.
That's a hit.
Oh, not this one. What am I doing with this guy?
Yeah, that's 12.
That's 5.
5 more. Okay. Virginia.
Cool. Okay.
If you move first, you can flank him because Bullstrong moved into attack again.
I'll do that then.
Okay, so you move up, you engage, you attack. You have advantage.
Sick. All right. I'm going to try and stab this boy again. Well, I'm glad I have advantage. Okay. That is 21.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Awesome.
Include sneak attack.
Double awesome. Okay. That's 16.
16.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let me do some basic math really quick.
I'm really bad at basic math today. Like, that took me a long time to do.
I'm really good, and I want to credit my basic math abilities to Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you, D&D. He is very, like the first time you stabbed him, how there was like a groan. This is like a pain. Like you stuck him good. Like he's like there's gouts of blood. You got him between his leather armor, and he's definitely in pain. All right, Jordan. You're holding bleeding Sinjin. She does not look well.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
She, like, you don't see her eyes open anymore.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay.
So that is 11 points of healing.
Wow, nice.
And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon to hit the person.
Good. Spiritual weapons don't get flanking though, right?
No.
Yeah, okay.
So that's 18.
18 is a hit.
Okay. That is That's 9 points of damage.
Wow. He's still up. Jordan. All right, it's his turn. Once again, he disengages.
Is he within 5 feet of me this time?
Yes.
Okay, I can use my reaction.
Wait. You didn't move forward though, so no, he's not because he
Oh, okay.
disengaged.
Okay.
So he disengages again from Magnus and Bullstrong. So like they had once again flanked him. He pulls back again, and after he pulls back, he swipes Magnus. Dun 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 dun. That's what he rolled.
No. Well, that sucks.
Yes. So using the Bill Allen damage alternative scoring system, you automatically take 8 plus. You take 17 hit points of damage, and you need to make a Constitution save.
Well, that's cool. Okay. Constitution. Where are you, Constitution? Oh no. Well, that's a 10.
Take 4 more damage. You don't feel well.
Oh no.
Okay,
Wait, 4 more? Sorry.
4 more on top of the ones that you already took. Jennie, you're up.
All right, I am going to.
Oh, sorry. So he disengaged. He attacked Magnus. Now it's your turn.
All right, I am going to approach with another swing of the longsword. See if I can get another hit.
Okay.
17.
That is a hit.
8.
8.
Yes.
He falls. You swipe down at him, and he's like trying to back away to dodge you. You cut across his gut, and he hits the ground and falls back. While we're in this order, so Andria, you see all this transpire. Is there anything you want to specifically do? You see that Areia is muttering prayers, and you see like a warm glow emanate from her hands over St. John, who seems to be like kind of shocked back into life, although still very wounded.
Yeah, I would help Areia if I could just like go to her and be like, do you need assistance? Stuff like that.
You move forward. Now, either of you two, Areia or Amity, make a medicine check. What'd you get?
That medicine.
That's a not natural 20.
So 20 total, that's more than enough. She's poisoned.
Okay.
She's going to continue to be taking damage right now.
Okay.
Your healing has stopped her from dying, but you know, based on what you've seen, that she is poisoned.
Okay.
So that is the end of that round. Top of the round, Bullstrong, you're up. You see that this enemy has fallen. He is on the ground in front of Capella, and he is not moving.
I'm gonna rush him and try to like pick him up by his clothes.
You do,
And
because you're strong.
be conscious.
No, his body is like a limp noodle. You pick him up, and like his arms, head, everything flaps back. His mouth's wide open. Like by all accounts, he looks completely dead.
Can I shake him with all my strength?
You do. You spend the round shaking him. His teeth like rattle together because you're shaking him so hard. Virginia, you're up.
Can I just like investigate this guy?
You may.
Awesome.
He has dropped a rapier, which is on the ground, and make an investigation check. You have an insane investigation, if I remember correctly.
I do, but I'm rolling horribly today, so it's a 12.
No, that's still good enough. You could see it. With your dark vision, you could see that his rapier is coated with a dark substance. You're not sure exactly what it is, but based on how you're feeling right now and the additional 6 points of hit points that you take right now, you're assuming that it's a poison, a very, very strong poison.
Well,
And it is now Jordan's turn. Jordan.
Okay. I'm gonna use my last second level spell and cast Lesser Restoration on Sinjin.
Which removes poison.
Mm-hmm.
You call upon the power of Ayuk and you feel an energy coming from the ground through your feet up into your soul and out of your fingers, and a warm glow emanates from your hands. She's covered in a green magical divine glow, and then her eyes open up and she takes a deep breath and looks at you and she's like, "Thank you. You have saved me."
Okay. I'll just put her back on her feet then, and I will start.
She just takes a C. Like
I'm gonna sit her down.
She's like breathing slowly and like just like concentrating. You know, I mean, she's still extremely wounded despite your healing. Like she took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But
So
she just sits and
then I'm just gonna look around the area to see if I see any other threats or dangers
make
or
a
people.
perception check.
16.
I'll say this, within your 60 feet of dark vision, you don't see anything else.
Okay.
Jennie, you slash this guy down to the ground, and now right in front of you, Bullstrong is just shaking him up and down, just like so hard that his jaw and his skull is like just snapping back and forth. His like arms are flopping. He's just like a wet noodle of death.
Should I?
Somebody write that down. That's an awesome band name. Wet Noodle of Death.
Should I even attempt a medicine check to see if he's dead, or is it?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
A 7?
You think he's dead,
All right.
or he's the best actor on the planet. I mean, there is blood coming out from several wounds all over him, yours included, and he's not moving while being shook violently by the barbarian. All right, Andria, you're up.
I am. Let's see. I'm gonna question Sinjin, like, hey, now that you're like recovering.
Louder.
Now that you're recovering, what do you remember that happened when you were up?
Sinjin, she looks up at you and she's like, I was on watch and I was thinking about how beautiful this evening was and how I was looking forward to seeing the sacred lake tomorrow. And suddenly I just felt a pain inside of me, my back, and my legs started to wobble beneath me, and I could taste blood in my mouth, and I tried to scream. I remember trying to scream for help, but nothing would come out except blood.
So you're telling me you didn't notice your surroundings, if you didn't hear any like weird footsteps or something like that?
She looks back at the assassin's corpse that's being shook by Bullstrong, and she's like, I did not hear anything. Wherever that one came from, I did not hear him approach. Okay. We are now out of initiative order. So you guys feel like after, let's say, like 30 seconds, Bullstrong kind of drops the body in disgust. You, upon further investigation, Magnus, you and Capella notice that this assassin, other than his black leather armor, black hood, face mask, and his rapier, the only other thing he had was a belt pouch, and inside the belt, a belt and a pouch, and inside the pouch was a vial, empty vial. By the way, you have to make another Constitution save, Magnus,
How long am I gonna be poisoned for?
until you make the save.
Dang it. That's a 6.
Take one more hit point of damage. Lucky you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm running low.
Areia, you notice that Magnus seems not well.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that because Sinjin looked the same, I will go over.
Yeah, very much the same. Like
Yeah.
just kind of pale, greenish, maybe
Okay.
nauseous.
Okay.
Let me
I'll-
actually look up the. Go ahead.
I'll
Continue.
go
What do you guys
over-
do?
I'm gonna go to Magnus and cast Lesser Restoration, but at 3rd level because I'm all out of 2nd level spells.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry, I got poisoned.
Sorry, I got poisoned. I didn't mean to.
Not just any poison. Make a medicine check while you're doing that, Jordan.
Okay.
It's special poison?
Yes, we'll see. We'll see if
Um,
Areia is able to identify.
What's my medicine? 17.
Oh, this is not normal poison. This has some arcane element to it.
Do I recognize the arcane element to it?
It has some enchantment. I mean, if you want to cast detect magic on the vial, you can.
Let's see. Do I have?
I have to.
don't. Yeah, I don't have it prepared.
You do?
so-
I do.
You could.
I have a passive.
yeah, I'll just tell Magnus that I feel like there's something special about this poison.
I'll cast detect magic on it.
Oh, I have
Okay. You notice when you detect magic on the vial, because there's still residue in it, you notice that there are 2 types of magic imbued upon this poison. The first is an enchantment. The second comes from the school of necromancy.
Oof.
That's not fun.
No. So what do you guys do? There's a few hours left till dawn.
So what would be so special about this poison? Just like,
So instead of being a poison derived from like natural items and being like a concentrate that's poisonous or toxic, this is a poison that has also been enchanted. It has additional properties, which may be related to why you took additional damage. You're also not sure of the long-term effects of this.
I don't like that. Okay.
So it's still dark. You guys still have a few hours till dawn.
I would like to first just go back to my little sleeping area and make sure my little hedgehog didn't scurry off in the fuss.
No, hedgehog's still there.
All right. And then also I wanted to search up the trail from where we came and try to see if there was any other things. I know Areia had like looked around, but kind of more thoroughly search, see if there's any tracks or anything.
Make a I guess make a survival check to see if you to see what you notice.
$19.
Okay. While searching the area, you actually come across the tracks that you assume are from this assassin. They match the same soft-soled boot style that the assassin was wearing. Same size. You track them back, and they come from kind of the north of where you were. Now, they go for a ways. So what I need to know is how far do you follow these tracks by yourself?
I think once I kind of like I spot them, I do want to call attention to at least like Areia or someone else there and be like, "Hey guys, I think I found the tracks that they might have come from. Do you want to track them back, or should we wait? Does anybody want to come with me?"
Yeah, I'll go.
Are we all
Just to be
gonna
clear,
go?
those of you with spells, if you do this, will not get a long rest.
Oh, well,
Wait, what about me since I'm an elf?
You're good.
so it's just me and Andria.
Well, Andrea regains everything after a short rest because warlocks.
Yeah. Oh, so it's just me.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go back to sleep.
Yeah, I have to get my spells back unless
Unless we want to die.
yeah, unless you're cool with like not having healing spells for a whole day. So I think I might go back to bed.
No, that's fine. You get your rest. But I can go with Magnus if that's, just I'm not going alone.
Okay, but
Okay.
like be careful.
So Amity and Bullstrong are staying back with Areia and Sinjin then?
Yeah, I'm just do I know where I got hit during the battle? Because I did take some damage.
Yeah. You took some damage. And you see along the edge of your rib cage where you got cut, you see a little bit of that black stuff. But it didn't get into the wound, so you carefully kind of wipe it away.
Okay.
All right, so splitting the party, just to be clear.
No.
Not by my choice, by your choice.
Capella and Magnus go to follow the tracks. Am I right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You start following the tracks. Both of you have dark vision. You're following the tracks for 30 minutes. Like
Wait.
you are several miles away.
I think I still have a healing potion. I should probably take that, right?
You should. Yeah. Go ahead and roll up the benefits of that healing potion.
Okay. That's the...
Were those the special potions that you guys were gifted? Like the 2d8 potions?
It's the healing of Vusake potion. We have like a little vial full of like green liquid.
Yeah, I think those were the 2d8 plus 4.
2d8 plus 4?
Yeah. So after
16.
Good. You feel refreshed. Capella, make one more survival check. You're following the trail. You guys travel for about a half an hour.
Not a critical fail, but I at least have proficiency, so a 4.
Okay. So here's what happens. You get into this rocky area that is closer to the mountains. And you're looking around for the trail, and you seem to lose the trail. Like, it's almost like the footsteps just came out of nowhere. Magnus, I will let you make an investigation check.
Epic.
One check.
One check. Oh man, please
Make me
roll
count.
well. Hey, that's a 25.
Okay. While Capella's looking around for the tracks that seemingly just appeared from nowhere and you can't track them back any further, you go a little bit further up and you start kind of like climbing up the rocks. And that is when you stumble upon this little like niche between a couple big boulders in the rocks, and you find a camp. Like literally, you find like a bedroll, You find some rations, you find a water skin, and you find a scroll.
Is there anybody in the camp?
No.
Oh, sick.
It looks like a camp for one person. And as you're looking with your investigative skills, it occurs to you that perhaps the assassin was camped out here, jumped down from boulder to boulder until he hit the ground, which is where his tracks left off.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll pick up the scroll. And is there anything else that was there?
No, literally, like, you could recover like probably 3 days of rations and a water skin
Well, we could take
and
that.
a bedroll.
We
I
might
mean, you
need-
could take all of it.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
So
probably
you
don't-
grab everything, you hop down the boulders, and you pop up next to Capella. And Capella, you notice Magnus, he has this like wad of stuff.
What's all that for?
Looks like our assassin bro is camping up there. So there's a bedroll and rations and also a scroll. So
Well, what is the scroll? Can I just take it and like unscroll it?
Yes. You unroll the scroll, and it's like a one-page scroll. There are a bunch of symbols
Hmm,
and a few numbers.
that's difficult.
It doesn't look like anything to you. Magnus, however, you recognize a lot of these symbols. They look very familiar. And it occurs to you that this is basically a mission. This is the kind of thing that is a coded mission. It's basically like Thieves' Cant, but in writing. And it basically lists a number. It lists a number, and then it also lists a location, and then it also lists a timeline. So the number that you find is interesting because it's 6. The location that it lists is basically a description of where you guys are, give or take a few miles, but basically west of Yashir Mabad, the village that you guys are going to.
wait, so
And
what
then
does,
say that again.
sorry, so what does 6 mean?
That's
You aren't
probably
sure. Do you share this with Capella?
Yeah.
That might mean how many people they expected to be there. Because I mean, there's 6 of us with a Sinjin.
Yes, that's what you feel could be the case. And then the last descriptor is what throws you for a loop, because it's a pictograph. So the symbol that is drawn is clearly something that looks like fire, and then it has like a little faceted stone that looks like it's like fire, like flames with a stone above it.
What do you think about that?
That could mean a lot of things. I don't really know about pictures. Could be referring to the firestone that we had, or it could just mean something else entirely. Well, we could ask the people back at a camp too. Maybe Amity or Areia will be helpful with this. Maybe even Bullstrong. Who knows?
Yeah. How do they, like, this might be a dumb question, but like, how do they know our location?
Well, I would assume because like thieves are everywhere, right? And we were just in one of the biggest towns in the continent, and we caused a big ruckus. So, as I said, that's why I wanted us to try to get out of there as soon as possible, because they're going to be after us. We killed a bunch of their people and wrecked their little shop location and know things we're not supposed to know. So they already were also after the last Sinjin, as kind of we knew. They were already after us, so they're probably involved in something about the Godstones. So I'd assume they can tell pretty easily. We didn't really sneak out of town, and there's only one main trail and one other main place to go.
So was this guy following us the whole time, or did they just know like the general direction in which we left?
Well, yeah, I mean, because there's the main trail, and you can estimate how long we traveled and how fast we go. It's not that hard to really figure out where someone is.
Okay. Well, this is concerning.
Yeah, maybe we should get back to camp while, this is important.
Yeah, probably. We'll let everyone know.
So you guys like bring all the rations and the water skin and the scroll back?
Yeah.
Okay. About half an hour later, you get back. You notice that Areia and Amity and Sinjin are sleeping. Bullstrong is on watch. Bullstrong, you see Magnus and Capella returning, and they're carrying a bunch of stuff.
Food?
There is food. Yeah, so they get back to the camp. So you guys see Bullstrong, and he like looks up at you, and you notice the rest of the group is sleeping.
Oh well, yeah, we found the camp where the dude probably came from, and Magnus picked up some of theirs, like the rations and bedrolls and stuff. So that's cool. But we also found this scroll. I'm not sure. I don't know how much help you'd be, but
I have to go grab a book from the library, so you guys continue with your role playing.
no.
Volo's Guide. Volo's Guide.
But
Yeah, it's on the shelf.
I didn't know exactly how much help you'd be. I was kind of hoping Amity or Areia might be awake.
I mean, I could take a look at it.
I just very cautiously like hold the scroll up in front of him. I really don't want to hand it to him.
Totally roasted him.
Nope, I don't know what that is. I've never seen that in my entire life.
What a shocker. All right. Well, I suppose I'm gonna go and kind of like tap Andria, Amity, and tap his shoulder. Hey, Amity, get up.
What? What do you want? Now
And
it's
I'm
your
gonna
turn
put
to bug
the-
me? Okay, let's go. And then I rub my eyes.
And I'm gonna put this scroll just in your face. Don't be so shocked. See, that's kind of how it feels when people wake you up out of nowhere, bud.
Okay, but mine was for real reasons, religious reasons. Yours is a paper.
Not just any paper. It's an important paper. We tracked the tracks back to like the dude that was trying to kill us.
Oh, really?
Found his camp and stuff. Remember?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
we found this scroll, and Magnus said it was some kind of thieves' cant, like some sort. It's like a mission, like the Red Star people that were trying to kill us that we killed before, and we found their hideout, and then we skedaddled. But like we're traveling on the main trail, so it's obvious it's not hard to find us. We weren't running away. So that's kind of how they found us, and the rest of it kind of says like how to get to us or whatever. But this last little picture or whatever, we don't understand. It's in. I'm gonna show you the picture that Bill described.
I see. Clearly, you can't picture it, but I might be able to. What? And I just look, and I just not really sure on it. But then I nudge Areia like a little assistance.
It's
please.
good to have all the books because sometimes you forget because you've been playing D&D for more than 40 years and you can't remember everything. Okay, I'm back.
I had another question. So doesn't Matt? It's Amity has eyes of the Runekeeper, so we showed him this scroll.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what the scroll says, Amity.
Okay.
It says that there are 6 people that you should hunt down. They should be somewhere west of Yashirn Mabad. And that once you kill all of them, make sure that you recover this firestone.
So what does it say?
I would
Louder. Put your
clearly
mouth hole up to the window and speak loud.
Clearly, Capella, it's clearly what you thought it was. It's the 6 of us, and it's just talking about what it was gonna do, basically, to us. And the stone thing is the firestone, basically.
Oh, well, at least they don't know that we lost it.
But if they think we still have it, then they're gonna keep coming after us. That's kind of a bad thing.
That's also a good thing to think about.
But we're sidetracking them, so
Well, why do they even want it? I thought they were just like some street rats. I don't.
Would I have any idea, like, why they want it?
I will go ahead and say this. You would know that the Red Star is not a thieves guild per se. It is basically a consortium of thieves guilds who are the best. So it's basically like an umbrella corporation who takes the best of every gang and thieves guild and brings it under their umbrella. And that they often are hired to do things.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So someone probably hired them to do this.
That's your gut instinct.
Okay. So I share this with everyone. Someone probably hired them to do this, but we don't know exactly who yet.
Who would want us dead?
Oh, that is funny. Krafa, you know what time it is in the live stream? That's right. Friends, it's time for a Coke Zero break. All this narrative, this speaking has parched my throat, and I need the poisonous chemicals of Coke Zero to continue my gaming. And while we're taking this Coke Zero break, let's say hello to a few of the friends who are online. Jennie, anybody in the chat that you want to say hi to?
I noticed Tricky Troy's online.
Tricky Troy, it's got to be like 4 a.m. over there.
Tricky Troy.
Tricky Troy, said Karafa. And we will say thank you to all the patrons and all of you guys who are tuning in live right now. Coke Zero. The choice of champions. All right. So after this revelation of both the deciphering of this encrypted message by Amity and the interpretation of the possible hiring through Magnus, you guys are considering this, discussing it, and you see the sun just beginning to rise in the east, just beginning to rise. Meanwhile, you're allowing Areia to continue sleeping, I'm assuming, so you're kind of whispering quietly. And as the rest of the hours pass by, Areia, you awake. You are able, I will grant you full rest. The rest of you who were wounded, you can use hit dice if you want to heal up. And the morning has come. You estimate from your best guess that if you travel for about 3 more hours, you could make it to Yashir Mabat.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important for us to try to get to a centralized location as soon as possible.
In your medical assessment, Areia, you feel as if at least the short rest that Sinjin was able to acquire has helped her. She seems to be a little bit more healthy.
Okay. I'll ask Sinjin.
The following people must make constitution saves: Magnus, Bullstrong, and Sinjin.
Well then. Die.
Con save, Bullstrong.
Critical
Why
fail.
now? Why?
Nothing?
3.
No? What'd you get, Magnus?
9.
Okay. Nothing. You don't take any damage.
Oh, good. Oh, wait.
That's not good.
Not good?
That's not good.
You guys have breakfast. You pack up your camps. You hit the road.
Wait, what did it do?
Nothing. I just.
No.
Nothing yet.
You'll see.
That's
Can,
the point of magic poison.
can I do any sort of check?
Probably never gonna see it ever again. 'cause
What do you want to check? You want to make a
Um,
medicine check?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're not gonna figure it out. That's the point of magic poison.
16.
You feel like you've overcome this poison. You're very confident that you're fine.
I'm gonna die.
Are you sure?
I'm so not confident.
I'm gonna ask Sinjin if she's feeling better, like if there's anything else that she needs me to do.
Sinjin is like, thank you. I feel very good. As good as can be expected for one who probably would have died had it not been for your intercession. Thank you.
Okay.
So you guys hit the road. Bullstrong,
What's up?
make an animal handling check.
Okay. 20.
Everything is good. Your mighty steed, the greatest of all steeds, is proudly carrying you forward to this small town.
Good.
Dave, you know what we should do? Let's bring up the map, shall we? So what we're going to do is take a look at the map and give you guys an idea of where you are geographically speaking. So what we're going to look at is the map, and you'll see in the center where Kabul Kailish is. There's the Great Lake of Mooxhu, and of course, next to that lake, you'll see that little icon for the town. And that's where you guys are headed. You're very close to it, and you know that this is just a small town in Kabul Kailish, but it is known for the monastery, which protects Mooxhu, the sacred lake. So as you guys are riding along, you guys see the town on the horizon. You continue going towards it, and you actually get to like a real road. Like at a certain point, the dirt path turns into like a cobblestone road when you're about a quarter mile out from the town. And you approach the town. And at that point, Dave, let's take a look at the town. The town itself is a very simple, primitive, not primitive, like barbarian primitive, but a basic village. There's, your usual shops, your farmers bringing their crops in. Curiously, though, for a town that is built on a lake, there are no fishermen. There are no docks, in fact. There's no port because no one goes into the water. I'm just telling you this because that's what you would see. Literally no one going into the water, just to be clear. All right, Dave, let's bring it back. So you guys enter this town. The people in the town seem to be pretty representative of Kabul Kailish. You see a variety of races there: humans, half-elves, elves, halflings, gnomes, some half-orcs. You see, actually, for the first time in a very long time, other than your friends Bullstrong and Areia, you see a couple of Goliaths. You even see some tieflings, some dragonborn. Nice mix of folk. So you were in the town of Yshurunabad.
Okay.
You do.
So really quick, after I asked Sinjin how she's doing and if she's okay, I'm gonna go over to Magnus because I knew Magnus was also poisoned, and I'm gonna ask, "Hey Magnus, are you feeling okay? Like, I know I went to bed last night without like making sure that you guys were great. Like, are you feeling better?"
Yeah. I'm feeling decent, a lot better than before.
Okay. And just as a quick note, did Magnus tell me that he detected magic? 'Cause I
Magnus,
knew-
did you share the 2 types of magic that you were able to detect?
Yes, and just in case for peeps who didn't write it down or didn't hear it or anything, so from the Red Star Assassin there was an empty valve and there was like an enchanted sort of thing, and then also something from the School of Necromancy. So
Okay, and you told me that last night when you were checking it out. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna cast Detect Magic because I actually prepared it this time. Just to like
Okay.
make sure that everything's good.
Go ahead.
Oh wait. Hold on.
And just to be clear, your radius will more than cover everybody in your party.
Yeah. So yeah. I can detect any magic within 30 feet.
So you inject in 3 of the people in your group. Magnus, Bullstrong, and Sinjin. You detect 2 forms of magic present. Number 1 is an enchantment magic, and number 2 is a necromancy magic.
Okay.
You also what's the range on that?
30 feet.
God, I don't have enough light to read. This is what it's like to be old, everybody. Okay. You notice that there is illusion magic on a person about 20 feet away who's walking down the same street as you through town.
Okay. Are they like walking the same direction we are?
Yeah. And you look back and you see clear as day, there's this gnome who's like walking down the street happily and like smiling and like waving at shopkeepers and like just kind of like happy-go-lucky, like it's the start of a nice day. And he looks like a little bit of an older gnome, like he's wizened and he's been through things. He's got like brown hair and brown facial hair, but like with a little bit of like gray, like a little bit of the brown and pepper, salt and pepper gray thing going on.
Okay. Because I was just talking to Magnus.
But like very well dressed.
Okay. I'm gonna loop my arm around Magnus's arm, and I'm gonna like lean down into his ear, and I'm gonna whisper, "I think we have a couple problems. Number 1, whatever you detected last night from that weird solution stuff, it's still inside of you. Second of all, there is somebody walking down the street right behind us who is giving me a big version of illusion magic coming off of them. So
number 1, thanks for checking in and telling me that, because didn't know that. Thanks, bud. Second of all, I don't know what to do about that.
I think we should see if there's a spot that we can go sit and talk.
Okay. Also, you know how to like fix that sort of enchantment necromancy?
I might be able to. It would take a lot of work, but I might be able to, but we have to get somewhere first.
Yeah, let's get somewhere first. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay, could you like tell everybody else?
Oh,
just
yeah.
like not out loud, just kind of whisper it around, like telephone.
Okay.
The telephone.
I don't want to like cause a big like commotion. I just want to.
Okay, I whispered to Amity, like, hey, can we step aside for a minute? And then hopefully,
Yeah, it's urgent. We need to go right now.
yeah. And please tell everyone this. Thanks.
So we're looking for.
I'll do Bullstrong. Continue the telephone thing.
Yeah, just let him know.
So how far, like, do you guys continue walking at the same pace that you were at?
I say yes, but we're gonna try and turn down a corner or something and see if there's a place that we could sit in or talk. And I'm just like keeping my eye out on the guy behind us to see if he's following us.
So since you told everybody this,
yeah,
or did you just tell Magnus?
I told Magnus, and Magnus told Amity, who told Bullstrong.
All right, so you and Magnus make perception checks.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, die. Let's do this. Oh,
19.
17.
You guys faintly hear a sound.
What's
from that person, from that little gnome who's walking behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like a song. Like a marching band. Like there's like drums, like and there's like a horn section that's like and
is he?
But there's no, you don't see any like musicians, but it's coming from that general area.
What the? That's awesome. Don't know what it means.
Is he still following us? Like,
yeah. No, he's walking in the same direction. Now, if you guys turn off, let me know.
Yeah, we're gonna try and turn off somewhere.
Okay. So you notice there's like an inn, like about a quarter of a block ahead of you on the corner. And it has like a nice, it's like a 3-story inn, like all wood and timbers and stuff with like a front porch. And there's people like having their morning breakfast there. And
okay.
So you guys kind of head over to that area.
Yeah. But I'm just checking behind
You're still walking though, right? Like at the same pace.
Yeah, we're still walking. We're not.
So you still hear this. You like hear it, and you notice like when you kind of like glance back, like he still is just like he's not looking at you. He's just like walking and he like nods and like points to like shopkeepers and people like wave to him, and there's like little market stalls with produce, and they're like, hey, like.
But he turned off with us. Like when we turned off.
Do you guys go into the inn?
Yeah.
Or do you keep walking?
Is there anywhere where we can turn off and like not?
Yeah, there's like a cross section at the corner where the inn is.
Yeah. We're gonna turn.
Straight left or right?
In the direction of the inn, but not going inside yet.
Okay, so you turn right.
Yes.
He goes up the front stairs of the inn, and he goes into the inn.
Okay. I think
you guys keep walking.
So now that he's gone, I tell everybody what I told Magnus. Like,
okay,
straight up.
You guys keep walking a little bit, and you don't hear the music anymore.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, okay, listen. We've got 2 problems on our hands. 1, whatever that poison was, Magnus detected something magical, something necrotic in it. And whatever it is, it's still in Magnus, Bullstrong, and St. John. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, that weird gnome that was walking with us, when I tried to detect if the poison was still inside of you, there was like heavy illusion magic coming from that guy. So
you don't hear that music?
Yeah, something about him rubs me the wrong way. And I feel like I
love that, man. That was sick.
but why the illusion magic? He's hiding something.
I would say from our current standpoint, any random magic is not good for us. I would assess that, especially in this little town, as a danger, and we should probably look further into this.
Yeah, I'm just suspicious of anything that's remotely magical around us anymore at this point, which includes the stuff that's inside of you right now that I can try to get out, but I don't know if it'll work. Magnus,
Yes.
Come here.
Will
And
do.
I'm gonna try to cast Dispel Magic at 3rd level on Magnus.
Okay.
Like focusing on that I know that he got poisoned. And I'm gonna try to Dispel Magic.
I very rarely need to open up books because I don't like to do this because it interrupts the flow. But this is important. So allow me to read
you.
the power of Dispel Magic.
if I don't
Choose
do
one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using... Okay. You're going to make an ability check, Jordan.
Okay.
The DC is equal to 10.
What's the spell?
I will not tell you what it is, but you're going to make an ability check.
Okay.
And then you're going to tell me what your roll was.
Okay, so ability check meaning wisdom for me because it's my spellcasting.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll well, my friend.
Thank you.
Magnus, if I don't do this, you're just gonna drop dead on the street all of a sudden.
I really hope not.
Oh my god, natural 20. Wait. Let me move
What?
my camera. Wait. Wait.
What?
You see that?
The clutch maneuver.
Let's go,
Well done.
Magnus. You're gonna.
Well done. Magnus, you feel the
Magnus.
same. Actually, you feel the same because, let me see.
You're gonna live, man.
I'm gonna give you a hug. Is that all right?
Yeah.
St. John, not so much, but we got Magnus. So
When you hug me, I like fully pick you up off the ground and I hug you.
So, just to be clear.
Yes.
This targets one person,
Yes.
one creature, object, or magical effect. You are targeting the magical effect.
Yes.
You were successful. Magnus,
Okay.
you feel exactly the same.
Did I feel anything when I did it, or would I have to cast Detect Magic again?
You'd have to, that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah, okay. So I'll do that again. We're gonna cast.
When you detect magic,
Uh-huh.
you only detect those effects on Bullstrong and
Okay.
on St. John.
Okay. Then
You do not detect them anymore on Magnus.
Okay. Okay, so whatever I did, Magnus, it worked.
Thank
I
you.
still have to do it on you two.
Bullstrong, make a Constitution save.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
He's gonna drop dead.
it's a 9 plus.
Okay, that's
Please.
11.
You feel fine. In fact, you're a little bit hungry. You guys have been on the road. It's like 10 a.m. You kind of feel like you could have early lunch, which would be, a reasonable meal to have.
Oh my god, let's go in the inn.
Wait. I'm gonna try to help Bullstrong with this too, because I don't know. Listen, the problem is I don't know what this is gonna do to you. So I feel like I need to get this out of you as fast as possible.
What if we do it in the inn while we're eating? Because I'm hungry.
I feel like me casting a bunch of magic in an inn might not work. Let me just try it. I'm gonna cast
Okay.
Dispel Magic again on Bullstrong.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to roll again.
Rip Bullstrong.
Oh wait, ready?
You'll be fine.
That's 14.
You cast it.
And then I cast Detect Magic again.
Again?
Yeah.
It's still there.
Ah.
You still sense that there is enchantment and necromancy upon Bullstrong and St. John.
Okay.
Also, I have Detect Magic if you want me to use mine, so you're not like
That's true. That would be helpful.
Blowing through spell slots?
Yeah.
I need to save you all before you all drop dead or something weird happens. Okay. All right. Whatever happened didn't work, so if we want to go into the inn, we can do that. And then we'll just have to continue trying.
Okay.
When I can.
You guys want to go into the inn, huh?
I guess so.
What could possibly go wrong?
And I'll tell them to keep an eye out for the gnome man.
The gnome man.
The chat is kind of funny. So I will say this, you guys, after doing this magic in the midst of the streets, you notice that like there are a couple shopkeepers who are kind of looking at you, not anyone in particular, but as a group, like as if they don't recognize you, as if you're clearly like strangers.
Fair point.
We are strangers, so that's fair.
We could go introduce ourselves.
Let's not. Let's not say we did.
So
That too.
you guys decide to go into the inn. The inn, you see, like I said before, there's like a bunch of like little tables where people are having their breakfast and or lunch and or brunch. And you notice that like the double doors are open to the inn, so you kind of walk up the porch, you go inside. When you go inside, there's a main parlor area, and it's all wood floors, wooden tables, wooden chairs, very basic. Across the room is a bar, and behind that bar is an open door to a kitchen. You see there's like a bartender who's basically serving drinks to people, as well as you can actually see and smell like fresh food being cooked from the kitchen. The inn is absolutely packed. Like every table is full. There are a few open seats at the bar if you guys want to go there. And across from you, as you enter, you notice sitting at the bar on a stool is that gnome. Now, when you come into to the inn, you don't hear any music, but you do see the gnome sitting at the bar like on a stool, and there's a bunch of people like crowded around him, and he's like talking and gesticulating and like apparently telling some kind of story. And like everybody around him, there's like 8 people around him who seem like totally engaged and like enraptured in his story.
I just whisper to Magnus that there is something seriously wrong with this guy.
Can we try and like eavesdrop his story to gain more information?
Yeah, let's like stealthily eavesdrop.
Or yeah, and if that doesn't work, then we can just be our very good-natured, friendly selves.
Indeed.
People love us.
Yes, everybody loves us.
So how close do you get to this? Just like, do you go up to the bar? Because there are a few open spots where you guys could like walk up as a crowd and order something.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a gold coin down and ask for this much mead.
Wow. All right, Bullstrong boldly walks up, sets down a gold coin, and asks for this much mead. The bartender like stops what she's doing, and she comes over and she's like, "Sir, are you sure?"
Yes.
Then she looks up at you, and she's like a human, but she still looks up at you. She's like, "Thank you, my lord. Let me." She takes the gold coin. She turns around and just literally picks up a jug that's on like a shelf, and brings it over and sets it down, and then brings you a mug and hands it to you. And she's like, "How many more mugs would you like, sire?"
We'll see how far this one goes.
She nods and she like steps away carefully.
You just pick up the cask and drink it straight from the cask.
You have a small cask of mead right now. Like, it's full. This is like an untapped, like brand new full cask of mead that you just bought. Normally that would be like enough mead for like 12 people.
Let's make that half full.
Okay.
Just chug it.
You pick up the cask of mead and just basically open up the spigot into your mouth. Several people around you look like are like, "Oh," like they're like, murmur, look at that Goliath. Man, they can drink. Wow, that's incredible. Like you're getting the attention of like people adjacent to you guys.
Dog.
So, within a few moments, you notice that little gnome, like he like stands up on his stool, and then he hops up to the bar and he walks down the bar, and like nobody stops him. He just walks down the bar, and he stands in front of you, right next to you and your cask of mead.
I'm gonna
And
say
he's
hello
looking
to
at you
him.
while you're drinking.
I'm gonna say hello to him in Gnomish.
He like does one of these, and he's like, "Well, hello to you, my friend."
Oh, no.
And you notice he's got like one eye that's kind of like half closed, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't see too many Goliaths in town, but you are certainly representative of the strength of your clans." Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, well met, my friend. By what name do you go?
Erik.
Yeah. He seems confused by this. You can make a deception roll if you want.
Let's see.
Go for it.
Use that great charisma.
Oh, yeah, here it comes.
You got it.
13.
He's like, I will call you Erik if it is your desire, sire. My name is Blazu Orc Smasher. I am, of course, the most powerful wizard in the area.
I want an insight check. Is he the most powerful wizard? Or is he
Go ahead.
lying to me? Okay. Let's
Make
do
your
it.
insight check. Make it all you want.
19.
19 total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are firmly convinced. I would just want to say this,
Mhm.
firmly convinced that he is absolutely 100%
The
legit.
most. Okay. So you're a wizard?
Not just any wizard. He looks at you. He's like, fellow Goliath. I am Blazu Orc Smasher, one of the most powerful wizards in Kabul Kailash, I'll have you know. Am I not, my friends? And he turns to the rest of the crowd. And like literally 20 people jump up and they're like, Huzzah, Blazu! And they raise their like mugs and glasses and stuff, and they cheer him. And he's like, yes, of course. So, what brings you and your friends to Yashirin Marad? Have you made the pilgrimage to pay homage to Fusaik, perhaps?
Yes. You know, I'm a cleric myself, so I was just taking my friends here on a little pilgrimage around to see the gods.
To see the gods?
Yeah. You know, we went to the temple.
He looks
district.
around at all of everybody quickly. He's like, oh, quite interesting company you keep. 2 Goliaths, I see. Yes, a tiefling, a wood elf. Yes, young man, welcome. And he looks over at Capella. He goes, an ASMR, eh? Very interesting. I've not seen too many ASMRs in our area. No, not many of them come to this region. What brings you here?
I've just been traveling with my good friend Areia.
I see. And then he looks over at Amity and he's like, and you, my friend,
Yeah.
where do you hail from? Perhaps the Mantirum?
You could say that. What about you?
Well, I am from Kabul Kailash, of course. A longtime resident. Don't mind my appearance. I am well over 100 years old, of course, but I am what you would call a resident protector of the realm. That's right. In my goodly activities, I am a consultant to His Holiness Kor Paigambar. Yes, indeed.
It seems you have a lot of buddies.
Now, of course, I am loved by the people of Yashirin Mavad. And why wouldn't I be? I am the most benevolent of wizards and friends to all. So, let me raise a toast to you, my friends. He's like, and he snaps his finger. You notice that the tavern keeper comes over and like gives each one of you a mug of ale. And he's like, a toast to our newest friends. Where do you come from, once again?
All
The
over
capital?
the place. Yeah, we were last.
Our
in the
newest
capital.
friends, roamers and travelers, like many of us, who have come to Mashirin Mabad to praise Vusek in all of her greatness and to pay homage at Mukata Suv, the Holy Lake. Huzzah! And everybody in the crowds raise their mugs and they're like, huzzah! And so it is that you guys are welcomed to Yashirin Mabad.
Thank you for your kind welcome. I really appreciate
It is my pleasure. As I have said, I am, of course, one of the greatest wizards of all time. And one might call me a local folk hero, perhaps a legend, as it were. Of course, my name, the title Orc Smasher, is, of course, something that is part of my legend. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure that you heard of the Battle of 200. Have you not? Does anybody want to make a history roll?
I will.
Okay.
Well, not.
No, thank you.
Wow, natural 1. Impressive.
You have not heard of it. Anybody else? History.
I will try, but I will fail.
22, but not nat 20.
Nah.
22?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 9.
All right. Amity, you have never heard of the Battle of 200. And you feel like you are a strong historian.
I don't believe.
Yes, of course, the Battle of 200. I am the hero of the Battle of 200. It occurred over 80 years ago, of course, so many younger folks, such as yourself, might not remember it. But it was the salvation of Poitax Shahar, wherein I was able to summon the very power of Deepa himself to cast multiple fireballs to destroy a horde of Quoshin that was invading the capital. Did you not hear about that?
Wow. I don't think I ever have.
Yeah. Yes, you should study your history more. Well, nonetheless, I welcome you to Yashirin Mabad. So what brings you here? Do you seek adventure, excitement, the blessings of Vusek?
Well, you know, as I said, we're just kind of on a pilgrimage, so we're just looking to learn about Vusek and maybe experience the Holy Lake.
Well, you should, of course, make your way to the monastery and check in with the monks to see if you can set up a time for a official visit, of course. But that is the sort of thing that every pilgrim who comes to Yashirin Mabad would do. Now, if you're looking for other sorts of experiences, I, for one, could guide you to some very interesting and exciting moments, shall we say. Are you looking for any sort of magic, perhaps enchanted items? You look like warriors, at least some of you. He looks at like Capella and Bullstrong.
I mean, nothing is off the table for us, I think. We
Well, I happen to know several vendors firsthand who might be able to accommodate customized requests, as it were. If you have a favorite weapon, perhaps you seek for it to be enchanted. How about you, large man? Perhaps that axe is deserving of a blessing. I know the right people. Blazu Orc Smasher could guide you. Yes, indeed.
What would the pricing be on that?
Well, of course, there's a degree of flexibility depending on the level of enchantment. I am a wizard of the highest order, so I could perhaps aid you in negotiating a reasonable price. One moment. He reaches into his cloak and he pulls out several small pieces of paper. And he hands each one of you.
cards.
He hands each one of you literally a business card. He's like, this is my credential, Blazu Orc Smasher. Do not forget the name. As I have mentioned, I am one of the greatest wizards of all time. And I am more than happy to help new visitors to the town. With my well over 100 years of wisdom, I know quite a few people. So you can find me here on most days, but on that business card, you have my personal address. You can come visit me at my cottage. I must go now, so I bid you adieu, and I will hopefully make your acquaintance again, my friends. And one more thing. Bring me some cherrywood pipe tobacco. It is my favorite. Blazu Orc Smasher, everyone. Thank you. All of a sudden, you guys hear like the drums and the horns again. It's like, and people like look around and like get up from their tables and they raise their mugs and they're like, huzzah, Blazu. And he's like, yes, yes, thank you. Of course. Blazu Orc Smasher. Yes, I am leaving now, everyone. And he hops down from his stool and he walks out of the inn.
I whispered to Amity or like Magnus or whoever's closest to me, this guy repeats himself a lot.
He does. I can't tell if he's like actually a really cool dude or if something's a little funky there.
I don't like him.
I don't know. I think he's an interesting guy. There's some interesting there. A little full of himself, but you know, he is apparently the Blazu Orc Smasher, so I mean.
So, a question to you guys. Are you planning on getting rooms at the inn?
What do you guys think?
I mean, we might be here for a while.
Oh, as long as we can try to minimize our presence here, because as we were aware from the last monk that we talked to, or priest, and here, this lake seems pretty serious, and certain people interacting with this lake in a certain way may have them certainly slaughtered.
Yeah.
So once, if certain tasks come closer to being accomplished, we definitely don't want people recognizing our names and faces.
Yes. Well, at least for tonight, I think we should get rooms.
Yeah.
Right. So if you guys want to get rooms, you walk over to the innkeeper. The innkeeper tells you that you can get a room for 4 people for 1 gold, and that will include a meal. Who's paying up?
Who wants to pay me? Do you want me to?
I can. I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys pay up. He reaches into a wooden box and hands you 2 keys. He goes, here are 2 rooms.
Okay.
You guys go up the stairs. Your rooms are actually on the 3rd floor. So you go around 2nd floor up to the 3rd floor. You go down the hallway, and across from the hallway are your 2 rooms. You go into the rooms. The rooms are basic level rooms. You have cots to sleep on. There's a very small dresser for putting things, and a small alcove that you could call a closet, but that's about it. Very sparsely furnished. You guys settle into the rooms. And by the way, that 1 gold piece per room fee covers your stables for your horses. So the stable boy takes your horse, deals with that. And you guys get settled in.
I'm gonna smuggle the hedgehog into my room. It's a secret.
Okay.
So what's the plan for the rest of the day? Because I still have to work on Bullstrong and St. John, but I really only have the strength, I think, to try it once more.
The largest temple in this town is the Temple to Visake.
We should also try to, like how Blazu had said, check in with the monastery just to get as much information on we can is who watches the lake and how they go about those kind of things, and
Yes.
if we can get any other information.
Yeah. Basically,
And the monastery is adjacent to the Temple of Vusake.
I think that we should. He mentioned there are like official tours or pilgrimages or whatever. I think maybe we should try that out just to see if we can get closer and see what we're working with here. Because obviously we're not just going to be able to like waltz in and go swimming.
Yep.
And we will find out what happens on the next episode of the Medusas. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all of the things. And we will see you, Karafa, next time on the Medusas. Peace, love, stay safe. Bye.